In this video we'll see some more DOM methods. So the first DOM method that we'll see is getElementsByClassName. So getElementById was used to identify a particular element, and it used to return the particular element using its ID. Now we can also return the elements by its class name, but the thing is, same class can be of many elements, and what it basically returns, it returns a list of elements whose class name is same, and we can access those elements using the indexes, and the first element can be accessed using the index of 0. So let's take this example. Suppose if we want all the paragraphs whose class name is paragraphs, we can get it using document.getElementsByClassName, and inside the quotations we will give paragraphs, and it will return us all the paragraphs. And if we now want to access the first paragraph, we simply do paras and we just write the 0 there. That will give us the first paragraph. Similarly, second can be also accessed using the paras of first. Now let me head over to my VS Code and I will show you what I am talking about basically. And I have created a file named getElementsByClassName. Now what I will do, I will just create some divs. Let me create some divs with some paragraphs in them. Let's say welcome, and let's create another paragraph inside it. I will create another div. Inside that I will just put 2 paragraphs with paragraph 1, paragraph 2. Okay, and I will also assign the IDs. So ID will be div1, and here the ID would be div2, and these paragraphs IDs would be para 2 1, that means div2 and paragraph 1, and here it would be para 2 and 2, that means div2 paragraph 2. I know this is not a good name, but for now it will work. Same thing here also. ID would be para 1 1, and here also para 1 2. Let's remove the space for now. Now what I will do, I will just create a class also. So for this will be div1 paras. Let's say div1 paras. Same thing here also. So now these 2 paragraphs belong to the same class whose name is div1 paras. Same thing I will do here also. Now I will also create a button. Let me create a button. Click me, and there will be again on click attribute, there will be change, let's say color. This is the function that we want to call, and now I need to write this function in a script tag. So function, same as before, as we saw in the previous videos, change color. Now what I want to change first, let's suppose I want to change these 2 paragraphs color, background color and the font color, and also I want to add some border in it. So how can I do it? Initially, as you saw, we have a ID. We can do it using ID, but the thing is, using the IDs we have to select this one, and it will just return only the first paragraph, and we can change it then for second. This is a little bit complex, but using the class name we can just write one class name and add all the elements in that class. So in this case the class is div1 paras, which has these 2 paragraphs. So how can we get that? So let's say paras or div1 paras, we can get them using document.getElementsByClassName. And what is the class name here? It is div1 paras. And now how can I change their color? Let's suppose div1 paras, I need to access the first paragraph from this. I will do simply just 0 index. It is style.color, because we are changing the style, and it will be, let's say, yellow, and its back color would be, let's suppose, red. The main thing here is to notice that it returns us a list of elements. So when I do document.getElementsByClassName, it will just return me these two paragraphs. It's a list, and the first element would be the first paragraph and the second would be the second paragraph. So how we can get the elements from it? We just do the indexing. So here we can use this in 0 index and 0 index. That will just change the color of the first paragraph, that is this paragraph. Let me save it and go to my browser and open this file. So I'm in my browser and I have opened this file. Now when I click this, what should happen? It will just select first these two paragraphs, that means the class whose name is div1 paras, but inside that it will just change the color of the first element, that is this first paragraph. Let me click it, and as you can see, the text color has become yellow and the background color is red. Or let me add the border to this second paragraph. So I'm in my browser. So now we need to add the border to second paragraph, div1 paras. Same thing as before, but the index now is 1 because we need to select the second element. So it will be style dot border, let's say 1 pixel, dotted border, black color. Save it, go to my browser, refresh the page, nothing is happening. When I click this, you can see a dotted border has been added in the second paragraph and the color is changed for the first paragraph. Now let's suppose we want to add some background color here also. Now if I need to do this for the, let's say, these two paragraphs which are in the div2, how can I do that? I simply need to change it here only, and here also just the name, variable name, so that it looks like these are from div2 paragraphs. And same thing as before, it will just return me a list of 2 paragraphs which has 2 elements, first and second paragraph, and the first index will give me the first element and second index will give me the second element. Let me save it and go to my browser. So I'm in my browser, and if I refresh the page, nothing happens. When I click this, you can see color has been added to the first paragraph and border has been added to the second paragraph. These are from div2. So this is how we can access the various elements or the class elements, and it returns a list of elements and you can just access them using indexes. That's it for this video. Thank you guys.